Let's go. TK back from Italy. How was it?
It was good, man. Good time. We'll talk about it here in a minute.
What camera am I?
The furthest.
All right. Welcome back. Get the Edge podcast. Got myself. Got our two partners in crime. Now, one of the partners in crime is in Las Vegas right now for Bettor's Bash. We'll bring him in a second. But first, we got our man back from across the pond. He was in Italy for 10 days on a beautiful summer vacation before football season starts. TK, how was Italy?
Yeah, man, it was a blast out there. Ate a lot of pasta, a lot of pizza, drank a lot of beer out there. You know, I jumped in with you guys last week. You saw I got a little bit crazy out there. We were in Rome, man, having a few beers. We hit an Irish bar in Rome, probably the only Irish bar out there right by the Coliseum. Had a great time. Great to be back with you. I like you hosting here today. We, be able to speak here today. Scott's not here today. We'll get some words in here today.
Yeah, it's funny. I was one of our guys that does some of our clips for us, Stevie. He sent me a clip and he said, "Hey, it took me a long time to make this. I had to chop it up extra because Scott was interrupting you so much." So I was like, "Yeah, that's what Scott does, but we love him anyway." I'm gonna. I think he's here. I think he's here. We got a little technical stuff going on right now. But yeah, so today on the show, we're going to be breaking down, obviously, MLB, but we're going to kind of take off with what we did last week. Last week, me and Scotty, we broke down top 5 QBs in the AFC and the NFC. So today, we're just going to do top 5 in the whole NFL. We're not going to go break it down per conference, but we're going to break down top 5 running backs and top 5 wide receivers. But before we get into that, is he ready to come in? No?
He'll be in probably 5-10 minutes.
He's not here. But who are you?
Who am I? I'm Teddy Brooks with the Sports Prophet. Sorry, I'm not as self-centered as some other people, so I don't like talking about myself. I'm just kidding. Okay, so we're waiting on Scotty to come in, so we're going to be breaking all that down. TK, tell me a little bit about Italy. Like, were you betting there?
They had a couple online accounts out there. They got Bet365 I could play out there. They didn't have a lot of brick and mortar places. I think I saw 1 or 2 places when I walked by. But the main thing was the online betting there. There was, got all the big places out there. You have William Hill, the Betano, all the places. It's legal there, so you just bet online. Didn't see any kiosks. Like I said, I drove by a couple places, but it says sports, Sportiva or whatever in Italian. I think those are sports books there. But the main betting was basically all online.
Well, I see you were still working hard because I saw a lot of posts while you were there. You were still putting out your game, still putting out your picks. Guys, that's what it's all about. That's what we do. Even when we're on vacation, this is a 24/7 job. So we're always doing what we got to do, looking at things, making our plays, interacting with our customers. I'm sure you were still talking to all your customers and stuff.
It was a little late night. The games got over about 4 or 5 in the morning, so I was waking up sometimes when the games are finishing, basically 6 hours ahead. So the games are starting, 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 in the morning.
Let me ask you this. Do you think you could do what you do right now full time if you lived over there?
You could do it, man, but you get a little tired, man. It was late nights, man. Because we walked 8, 9, 10 miles a day, so you were pretty beat. You wanted to be in bed at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night, and the games weren't even near starting, so it was a little bit difficult, but I roughed through it and getting ready to roll for football.
Well, if you lived there, you probably wouldn't be walking as much.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody drives that much over. It's all scooters and people walking. Them rough roads over there in the cobblestone, man, there's a lot of walking out there.
Hey, so before Scotty comes in, I saw something really cool. Really interesting stat. I want to see if you can nail this one, TK. I think you might be able to get this one. In the history of college sports, there's only been one time, and it was actually very recently, where a college had a first-round draft pick in all 4 major sports: hockey, basketball, baseball, and what am I missing? Hockey, basketball, baseball, and football. One college, now you got to think about that. It's got to be, very few colleges are good in all those sports. So
it'd have to be Michigan.
Wow. First try. TK nailed it.
Yeah,
wow.
Hockey, Michigan, they're usually in the Frozen Four almost every year. So that'd have to be the top one. And other schools in the hockey would be like North Dakota State and whatnot. So it had to be Michigan.
It was Michigan. First school ever to get a first-round draft pick in the same year in all 4 major sports. I thought that was pretty cool. So, all right, we're going to have Scotty coming in here. I think he's here.
He's here. We're just about to get him set up, and in a moment, Scotty will be able to say hello. So give me one moment. And
then he could talk to us about what he's doing in Vegas right now, because he's not just there to gamble. There's an event.
I went to it a couple years ago. We met out there. We went to the Bet Bash out there.
Did you?
It was downtown at the Circa.
Is it indoor?
It's indoor.
Okay.
It was a good time, man. We met out there. There was a lot of poker playing, golfing, and whatnot out there. A lot of good speakers out there talking about betting and bankrolls.
Are there a lot of booths like you see when we were at SBC, or is it like not
it's
really?
It's nothing like SBC. I mean, SBC is absolutely a monster. I mean, it's a lot of gamblers out there, too, with the sports.
More of like a friendly thing.
Yeah, more friendly.
Than a business
you got
thing.
speakers out there like Billy Walters spoke out there, and a couple other guys. So it's more of a betting aspect of it.
Well, that's where Scotty is this week. Right now, actually, let's bring him in. Scott Matthews, CEO of SM Picks. Wow, is that your hotel room, Scotty?
What's going on, boys? You missing me a little bit?
Oh, we're missing you a lot, man.
Yeah, we saw you. I saw you running the flight this morning. I guess you were sending us messages this morning from the flight.
Scotty, is that
I
your?
couldn't let you outside. Yes.
You got
Yes,
some.
It is the room we just got in.
That's not a room. That's a luxury suite right there. So, Scotty,
Yeah, we got a nice little. Go ahead.
explain to people like what you have to do, because I would go ahead and assume you're not paying for that suite. Explain to people that don't really, play big, that don't really. Wow, look at that, guys. So explain to people that are kind of,
Yeah, you must be. You got to jump on Are you on the Wi-Fi over there?
Well, it's a beautiful suite, but we can't hear them.
I am on the Wi-Fi. Hold on.
They spend all the money on the suite. They don't save any money for the Wi-Fi.
There's the Wi-Fi out there. They should be flowing in. They got high-speed Wi-Fi out there.
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if
Yeah, we might have to bring Scotty back. So yeah, I mean,
you guys there?
yeah, we're here. That sounded better. Let's give him one more try. No, not coming in. Well, you guys saw the suite.
Yeah, they saw the suite out there. Maybe you try to jump on it with better Wi-Fi out there.
That's high roller living right there, guys. Look at him.
He's frozen up out there.
All right, that's high roller living, guys. Scotty is besides his profession as a sports betting guy, he's a pretty big time crap player also. So I'm assuming that's how he gets those rooms. TK, what do you know about getting those big rooms in
I
Vegas?
get him out there. I used to have one of the similar hosts out there, Scott. We stay at the Wynn all the time out there. I think he's at Caesars right now. He's got another host there. I've stayed there many times at Caesars. Some great restaurants out there. They take care of their players out there. I mean, I'm a dice player too when I play out there. So we throw them and I'll spend 4 or 5 hours at the table at a time. So
yeah, Vegas takes care of them. They don't really, the Hard Rock, they used to, but they don't really take care of players anymore.
No.
I used to play high limit blackjack in the high limit room, and I would get hotel rooms. I would get basically a free pass to all the restaurants. I mean, just great benefits. And then just one day, probably around 2000, I want to say 2012, 13 time, they got like new management and they just shut down all those benefits
They shut down. They went to that Unity Rewards. Ever since they went to that, man, things have changed over there. I mean, you got smaller players getting big shit, and the bigger ones getting nothing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I used to get concert tickets there all the time, go to the shows.
But I will say, after my first cruise ever, I've been getting a lot of free cruises in the mail from Royal Caribbean ever since. So that's pretty. They treat their people well.
Oh, now one Thanksgiving weekend, man.
Nice.
Be on Celebrity Reflection, sistership.
That's their sistership. Yeah, that's their celebrity is their upper level one. All right, so guys, we're gonna be we got football coming up real soon. We had preseason last week. Did you get to watch any of the preseason action while you were in Italy?
I watched the Dolphin game.
That's
the
it?
only one I could get on. Everything else was on in Italian. It was either soccer or it was Italia Copa. So that was the only thing really on the TV.
Man, so we can't. Did you? Well, I'll bring it up. Did you see any of the rookie quarterbacks' performances? There were some impressive ones.
I saw the highlights of Chandler. What's it?
Shador Sanders, he looked good. Jackson Dart looked good for the Giants. So
Go Giants.
Yeah,
you're a Giant fan, Ben?
I am a Giants
Oh
fan.
yeah, Jackson Dart, man, he looks real good.
I thought it looked good. I watched it. I thought they did pretty well.
Yeah, Jackson Dart looked really good. This quarterback class, it was basically labeled as one of the worst quarterback classes in years, but you got some promising guys coming out. Now, Shador Sanders actually got hurt today. This is live info, happened a couple hours ago. He hurt his oblique, which is like the side ab. I don't know how much of a problem that's going to be. But yeah, week 1, not a big deal. We got week 2 coming up. What we wanted to do today was break down our top 5 receivers and our top 5 running backs. Now, you guys can use this for fantasy if you want. If you're drafting a team in the next couple weeks, you could take this into account. TK, you want to go first with this?
I didn't do the running backs yet. I'll look on my computer in a minute, but
let's do the receivers.
I'll do it with the receivers. I'm going to start off with the Bengals. Jamar Chase, man, he had a huge year last year. 127 receptions, 1,708 yards, 17 touchdowns. He had a triple crown winner there. I mean, he's going to be good. I think you talked about Joey Burrow. I mean, this is his main connection out there. If they get a click and stay healthy, man, he's going to put up some big numbers. He's got to put it up. He's got a $161 million contract. He's got to make his money. So I could see him having a monster year again. The Bengals could be there with, if he could be one of the top wide receivers out there for the Bengals. That'd be my number 1 choice.
I like it. What about number 2?
Number 2, I'd probably go Justin Jefferson, Minnesota Vikings. I mean, these are obvious guys. I'll give you the stats. 2024, everybody saw what he did. 103 receptions, 1,533 yards, 10 touchdowns. He's a great receiver out there. He led the league in catches over 15-plus yards last year. He's a great player for Minnesota, so he should put up some good numbers as well for this 25 season.
Beautiful. Number 3.
Number 3, I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb.
Ooh, CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb. Dak Prescott stays healthy. You got to see what happens there. But, he had great numbers. His numbers last year, 101 receptions, almost 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns. He should be there too. These are basically guys that most guys are going to be putting on in their fantasy leagues, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But, CeeDee Lamb would be my 3rd choice there for the top wide receivers.
All right, number 4.
Number 4. Whew, I'm going with the Rams guy. I can't see if I get his name right. Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua.
He stands out. He missed a lot of games last year. 6 games, right? He was out 6-7
Yeah,
games
he was hurt in the beginning of the season.
He still had 79 receptions, almost 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns, and missed all them games. Staying healthy. If he gets stay healthy, he'll be another top wide receiver.
I like that pick a lot, especially since Cooper Kupp is gone.
Yeah,
so he's...
Don't they got Devontae Adams too?
They added Devontae Adams, but Devontae Adams, I think he's going to be a role player there. He's going to be a second guy, so I think Puka Nacua is going to be the main guy there. So I really like that. I think a lot of people don't see him coming because they're used to him being a number 2. But if he's going to move up to the WR1 slot, I like that. And number 5, who do you got?
And I don't like this team at all, but I'm going to go with A.J. Brown of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Great numbers last year, 7 touchdowns. Explosive. He makes the defense just spread out. If you watch him, he cuts in and out. You can see everything going there. I could just see him going. The Eagles got a big offensive players as well, but he could put up some good numbers this year. A.J. Brown for the Eagles, that'd be my 5th.
Something interesting about A.J. Brown, guys, he ranked 43rd in the league in targets last year. Now, what does that mean? That means that he was very efficient for when he was targeted, but that was a team that they were a run team. They were a run-first team. What that run does is it opens up the passing, so he might get more targets. I mean, A.J. Brown could easily, when this is all said and done, have the best numbers of any receiver. I'm going to give my top 5. I think I made a mistake last week, Ben, and as the producer, I wish you would have called me out on this, but we should, and TK kind of did it too, and I wasn't thinking, should have started with number 5. And worked my way down to number 1. Last week, we all started with 1. TK just started with 1. So I'm going to flip this one around. I'm going to start with number 5 on this one. My number 5 is going to be Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I've always liked
the guy for the Lions. He's got Jared Goff throwing to him. Great year last year. Not much to say. He's elite, right? He's a very good player, and I think he's young. He's 25 years old, so I think there's a lot of upside. On my list here, he's going to be He's going to be tied for the youngest player. So I'm on Ross St. Brown, number 5. Number 4, I'm going with A.J. Brown. I like him. I think, I think that, like I was saying, I think he was ranked 43rd in targets last year. So if that number goes up, could be really good stuff. Number 3, I'm actually leaving somebody out. I'm leaving CD Lamb out of my rankings here just because I just do not have high hopes for the Cowboys at all this year. I've been talking about it the last couple weeks. Dak Prescott has injury issues. We'll see what happens. Number 3, I think this young man is going to make actually might be the oldest guy on this list here, but I think he's going to make a bounce back year. I like the way he's talking. I like the way he's holding himself accountable. He made a comment early in the offseason that he has not been playing his best. He can be better than what he's been, and that's going to be Tyreek Hill for the Miami Dolphins. He's still just as fast, so I like that. And then number 2, Justin Jefferson. How can you not? And number 1, I'm with you. So our number 1 and number 2s are going to be the same. Jamar Chase. I mean, he's got the best quarterback in the league throwing to him. The thing that worries me about Justin Jefferson at number 2, J.J. McCarthy, we think he's going to be good, right? But we really don't know yet. He really hasn't. Has he played a down of football in the NFL? I don't think so. So,
speaking about your Tyreek Hill, man, that's the game I did watch in preseason. I know Tua started that game with 1 or 2 drives, but that guy back up for him, man. Watch out, man. Something happens to Tua, the Dolphins could.
Quinn Ewers?
Who was the
guy from Texas?
Was it Wilson? I can't remember the quarterback that came in from Dolphins.
I mean, I know they have Quinn Ewers. A lot of people were saying, I don't know who backed him up exactly. I don't know who they had at their second string, but no, Quinn Ewers I've been hearing really good things about. He's another rookie quarterback that has potential. But, we'll see. We'll see how the chips fall. Now, Ben, is Scotty around?
Yep, Scotty's back. I think he sounds good, looks good, so let's bring him in.
He always looks good.
Yeah, he always does.
What's going on, guys?
Scotty, sounding much better now. What's happening?
Much better.
I had one of my young compadres that came out here with me for the Bet Bash, helped me out with the getting the internet going. So, should be good now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's crystal clear now.
Crystal clear.
All right, excellent. Yeah, we're out here at beautiful Caesar's Palace, getting ready for a couple of days of fun and some business. Going to check out the Bet Bash show coming in. A lot of guys in town for that. So going to be over there later on, probably in about an hour or so. Some friends of mine doing some podcast stuff over there, and a lot of guys in our industry. So going to rub elbows, see what's going on, get a little feel for the sports betting scene out there, and go from there, man. But we're just flew all morning, man. I haven't even unpacked yet. Just figured I'd come on with you guys and kick it in a little bit.
Nice. We appreciate it, Scotty. We appreciate you coming on. Tell us a little bit about the room. I was saying before, but you were breaking up. Like, people probably want to know, like, what does it take to get a room like that for free?
A lot of years of playing in casinos and, staying at a high level, get you obviously the top tier type of room setups, comps, whatever you got to play to get it. I mean, it's a risk reward at the end of the day. We know that in our world that we're in with sports betting. So, it's what you put into it is what the casinos are willing to give you. They want time. I don't give them all the time in the world that they want, but at the end of the day, I've been doing this for over 30 years. Don't forget, at a high level, going to casinos all the way around the United States. And now we're here at Caesar's Palace, chilling out for a couple of days.
Where's the Bet Bash at again? It's at the Circa and the D? That's where that again this year?
Yeah, it's at the Circa. I hear there's going to be a lot of people at it. I mean, I don't know what I'm walking into, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a lot of guys probably, from anywhere from touts to guys, professional sports bettors, just a whole whole laundry list of different types of people that are going to be there. So I'm actually heading over there. I'm not even unpacking. I'm going to get off with you guys, and then I got a car taking me over there and check it out in about in the next 20 minutes. But it should be interesting. I'll let you guys know if anything exciting comes out of it. And always look forward to coming out to Vegas. I haven't been coming out that much because, we've been tied down with all the stuff that we do with the podcast and social media and the videos. And it's kind of hard to do all this stuff when you're traveling. I'm sure you guys know. Not so simple.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just saying TK. I was just saying how TK did it while he was in Italy. He was there every day posting his shit. I was impressed.
Yeah, I was in Rome, Italy. I was at Caesar's Palace in Italy, and you're at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. So,
Yeah.
you gotta say hello to Poochie for me out there too, man. I'm sure you run into him when you already today.
I was just hanging out with him. He got me set up, and he got me a nice little setup tonight. Going to be playing a little dice tonight, betting on some sports. Been on a heater, man. And I'll tell you, these games lately have been outstanding for us. Really doing some nice winning. I'm very excited about what's going on right now with the temperature of the betting. It's been working out real well. Last night we had a great night. We had a great month so far of August. Came off solid July. So looking forward. Preseason's been good too. I had a couple of games. I had the Hall of Fame game that was a blowout. I had the Jets last week as a live dog, plus 3.5 against Green Bay. They blew them out. So I'm excited about what's going on. I'm sure you guys are as well, right?
Yeah, 3-2 for me so far in the preseason football. Dropped the last couple of games, but I'm looking for a little preseason. I'm sure you're gonna enjoy a nice steak tonight at Peter Luger's out there in Las Vegas tonight. Best steakhouse, one of the best steakhouses in Las Vegas, right there.
I'm actually going out with a good friend of mine out here. He's does a lot of content, not sports betting stuff, but just in general. John Orlando, him and I are going to catch a nice dinner tonight. He wants to take me over to another casino and to one of the nice steakhouses. So we're looking forward to that. Well, the problem with Vegas, guys, you know it as well as I do. TK especially, because he's come with me many a times. It's like a run and gun. You can never catch up. Like I just got here, I'm running out. I'm going to be at that show, then I'm coming back, then I'm running out. I mean, it really, it could take its toll on you if you don't pace yourself. So got to do a little pacing, but a lot of good things out here to enjoy. And we're going to be out here till Saturday or Sunday. Got some things going on, obviously, business-wise, and looking forward to it. You guys do a good job, man. You're doing a nice job. I hear those breakdowns on the wide receivers. I agree with you on a couple of those guys. Obviously, I think Chase is going to have another bust out year because he's just so good. And you got, Joe Burrow. What more can you say about him? Other than love and love, I love Joe Burrow as one of the top quarterbacks. Those two guys are in my top probably 5 between the AFC and the NFC this year. I think Burrow should have a fantastic year. He got all his weapons signed. The only problem I have with Cincinnati is that defense. That means that defense, if they can, the defense is so suspect. They're always going to put Joe Burrow in a position where he has to score because they allow so many points on their defensive side that their offensive side's got to be at their A+ game. So, that's going to give a lot of opportunities to those wide receiver core of Cincinnati. So I think, Chase, you guys got to your point there. I thought CeeDee Lamb got injured, though, guys. Did he not get injured in preseason? You guys are saying he's playing. I thought he got hurt for some reason. He's not. Maybe I'm wrong, but for some reason, I thought he got hurt recently in a practice, and he might not be playing unless I'm wrong. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'll have to check that.
Well, Scotty, I don't know if you heard me say it, but Tyreek Hill got injured today, actually.
Tyreek Hill or Sanders?
No, Shador. I don't know why I said Tyreek Hill. Shador Sanders got injured today. I didn't hear anything about CeeDee Lamb getting hurt, though.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason, again, I could be wrong, but on some reports that came across me last week, I think it was in a practice that he might have got hurt. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I might be right. I'm pretty sure I thought I was right. But anyways, listen, he's a true talent. And somebody's got to bust out sooner or later for the Cowboys. Whether it's Dak Prescott having an unbelievable year, because they're all on thin nooses. In Dallas, obviously the key players, as you see with Jerry Jones, the way he operates. I think these guys sooner or later somebody got to step up or step out. And I think Dak, this is his swan song season for the Cowboys. If he doesn't perform at any type of level, I don't see him being around, next year. And, I think CeeDee Lamb is a true talent. You got Jefferson, like you mentioned. I mean, I think there's going to be some surprises out there. I haven't dug in deep on everybody in the league because there's so many talented receivers and passers, obviously, in the NFL. But I still love that Chargers play I put out. I think the Chargers are going to have a big year. And I think that's, really going to be a key. The Chargers, first 2 preseason games, but they did lose that, one of their big pieces on the defensive side, which could really hurt them. But I still like the Chargers as a team I feel is going to go deep this year.
you're talking about that play you gave last week on the show, putting them as the AFC West winners, right?
I like them this year, Teddy. I really do.
What's the odds on that? Do you know?
To win the
Yeah,
AFC?
for San Diego or LA, I guess now.
Yeah, I really don't know, because I'm not really a long range guy that bets. Like, for perfect example, these injuries. These players get hurt even in practices, and it throws off the whole mojo.
Well, here we go. Right where you are, Caesar's Palace plus 1,300. Scotty, you should go put a couple tokens on that thing. That's a nice return if they hit that. I know you're not a long term guy, but that sounds like a fun bet to root for throughout the year. Plus 1,300. Plus 13.
Super Bowl?
Oh, this is to win the AFC. Hold on.
What are you looking for, the conference?
Yeah, we got to find the conference. Okay, plus 310. I was going to say, those lines, I would be running to the window for that one, but yeah, it's plus 310 to win to win the division. Plus 310.
Yeah, no, I think it's between them and Kansas City. Denver could be a surprise. I like Bo Nix just like you do. I think he's a true talent. Let's see what happens in the sophomore season. Obviously, last year he probably overperformed last year. He took him to the playoffs in his first season. We'll see what happens, this year. But they look like a pretty solid team. But I think the Chargers are the team to beat in that conference. And for some reason, I think it's time for Kansas City to relinquish the crown of the AFC West champs. And I think the one they're going to release it to is going to be this LA Chargers team. I think Jim Harbaugh, the way he motivates his teams. He had 1 year under his belt going into his second season, and they made some good moves off season. And Herbert, I think it's time for like an amazing year, and they got some good receiving core. They got some running. They got a good defense. They got all the pieces to make a good puzzle, right, Teddy? It's just the question if they
got to put it together.
Yeah, absolutely. And Scotty, I love Bo Nix and the Broncos this year also. So it's going to be a fun division to watch, I think. I almost wish, the Hard Knocks, they pick a division every year to follow throughout the season. And they actually picked the AFC East this year. They're doing the Bills during the preseason, and then they'll be following the whole AFC East throughout the season. But I wish it was the West, because that's just a killer division. Look at that room. Look at him.
I'm just giving you guys just a little tour of what's cooking. No big deal.
Nice, beautiful. Ben's jaws on the floor right now.
Yeah, too bad there's no UFC.
Let's
out
get
there
the view. Go.
Look, guys, there. Look.
Is that the pool? Zoom in. Let's see what kind of talent's down there, Scotty.
Yeah.
I wish I could, Teddy, but unfortunately I don't have that kind of zoom. But I got a nice view of the pool.
To the right is an adult pool down and below. Right to the right, that's the good pool right there.
Oh, hold on, we got it. Yeah, but it's empty.
It's empty today.
Beautiful view.
Probably pretty hot out there today.
I'll tell you what.
Ben, you believe he didn't invite us? Unbelievable.
I can't believe I wasn't invited, Scott.
Hey, Ben, anytime, man. You know that.
I was invited, but I just couldn't make it out.
Your boy Zach is here. He's I got him in the other side of the 2-bedroom.
I know, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, he's out here. So yeah, we're having a good time. Listen, hey, you play hard. It's what it's all about, guys. It's risk reward when it comes to
work hard, play hard.
Too bad, like I said, too bad no UFC out there this weekend. Maybe you can go to the Sphere and see the Backstreet Boys this week.
I'd like to. Don't laugh.
I would love to see. I heard it's a great show.
Yeah, I'm thinking about trying to get tickets for that.
I had a friend. They said that they saw it was one of the craziest experiences that they had.
The Backstreet Boys at the Sphere.
Yeah, I heard it's an amazing show.
Do they have like a residency there right now? Are they doing like a long-term thing?
I'm not sure, but I know they've been at the Sphere for a few weeks now.
Scotty, wait till your son turns 21 and he wants to go there once a year. That's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah. He's getting ready to leave for college this week.
There you go.
Yep, he's ready to go. But listen, guys, great show you're doing. I just wanted to pop in and say hello. Keep it up, and we'll be all back next week. And,
college football breakdowns next week, Scotty. Be ready.
I'll be ready for you guys. I'm excited. Have a great day, guys.
Say hello to Kenny for me.
Take care, Scotty.
I'll talk to you soon.
Kenny wins?
Kenny, a buddy of ours out there, has been out there for 30, 40 years.
All right, so that was Scott. That was pretty cool, guys. Just to see what's going on in Vegas, just to see, obviously Scotty didn't have to pay for that room, so that's always a great thing. Very fun. Now I'm sure they're going to want to see him at the tables a
He'll
little
be
bit.
out there. I've been to win with him many times. He's going to have some time at the table.
All right, so TK, I'm going to do my
backs?
top 5 running
I
backs
got
here.
mine ready too. I pulled them
Beautiful,
up on my
beautiful.
phone and, so I'm ready.
So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start with number 5. This is for me. This is going to be pretty cut and dry. Maybe have the same as you. I'll start with number 5. This guy was on my number 1 last year, but injuries, durability issues, all that stuff. Not really sure what's going on with the 49ers this year, so I'm moving Christian McCaffrey down to number 5. He didn't really play last year. He's had some issues, like I said, with injuries. Number 4, Bijan Robinson for the Atlanta Falcons. This guy, young kid, 23 years old. I think nothing but good things. Like, he's really good, but the Falcons didn't really use him a lot in that rookie year. And then he just took off and started putting up numbers as they started to use him. So I think he's going to come back and have another really good year. Number 3, another young guy in a great offense, Jahmyr Gibbs for the Detroit Lions. Number 2, just an absolute beast of a man, beast of a running back. Great offense that he's on, Derrick Henry for the Baltimore Ravens. And number 1, of course, Super Bowl champion, Saquon Barkley. You can't not give him number 1. If you don't give him number 1, I'm gonna probably leave this set.
Oh man, here I'm going to start off. I'll start going on my countdown here. Jonathan Taylor, Indianapolis.
Wow.
Yeah,
number 5 or number 1?
Number 5. Not
okay.
number 1.
Yeah, I was going to say. That's a good number 5, though. Okay, I like it.
Touchdowns last year in 14 games. He's a good player to bet. First time touchdown to score in the game.
Before you go any further, imagine how much better he would be if he actually had like a quarterback. A lot of these guys I mentioned, they have really good quarterbacks. Christian McCaffrey has Brock Purdy, Bijan Robinson, he had Kirk Cousins, but maybe Michael Penix, Jahmyr Gibbs, Goff. So yeah, he if he had a good quarterback, he might be higher up.
Yeah, I'll go number 4. I'm going to go with you. I think we might have the same list here, but Bijan Robinson, Atlanta Falcons, big year last year, 14 touchdowns. He got a lot of receiving yards last year as well, just not a running back because he comes out and get those short passes, so he got a lot of receiving yards. Number 3, going with your guy Gibbs from Detroit Lions, man. He gets the ball a lot. He had a breakout season last year, 1,400 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns. He should get another top carries again this year. Number 2, of course, Derrick Henry, Baltimore Ravens. He speaks for himself right there. Played 16 touchdowns last year. He's 30 years old. He's getting up there, but he can still put it down with the big boys. So, Derrick Henry. And my number 1, and I hate to say it because I'm not an Eagle fan. I don't like that Eagle fly stuff. But you got to go with Saquon Barkley here. Super Bowl champ, 13 touchdowns, helping the Eagles win the Super Bowl last year. A lot of speed on this guy. He should be there as well. He's the top running back in the NFL, Saquon Barkley.
Nice. So we had pretty much the same thing. You just put you had Taylor at number 5, and I had McCaffrey at number 5. But besides that, guys, right down the line, same thing. Looking forward to NFL. Think it's time to move on to baseball now. How have you been doing with baseball, TK?
Baseball's been up and down. I mean, I really, when I was overseas over there, I was doing the games late at night over there, so I didn't get all the stats.
It's tough, right? It's tough.
It was tough, but baseball back and forth. The free plays dropped a few here in the last few days. Had a winning week. I've had a winning month. I've got a winning year on the free play. So stick with the free plays as well. I mean, just because we lost a couple, and you get the boo birds every time on the comments. Oh, you lost 1 or 2 in a row. 1 or 2 games doesn't make a season. I'm used to the heckling. You told me last year just take it like a grain of salt. I do that now as well. I mean, you're going to lose games. No one's going to win every game. But if you stick through it, through the run, that happens. But talking about baseball, how about the Brew Crew, man? The Milwaukee Brewers. I had a couple of my friends at the game there last night, and they said tonight, if the Brewers win here today, it's free burgers for the city of Milwaukee. They have to win so many games, and there's a company out there, George Webb. It's like a Denny's type. They give everybody a free burger. So I'm rooting for the Brewers to win here tonight. Not betting the game. I think they're big favorites here this evening. But the Brewers, man, red hot right now in the baseball. One of the hottest teams out there in the MLB right now.
This run that they're on is becoming close to becoming historic. I mean, they just keep winning. Even like last night, they were playing against Skeens, and I was like thinking about betting them, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to give them a break tonight. They're playing against a really good pitcher, and sure enough, they got it done. Did you see what happened with the Mets last night?
Didn't.
The Mets hit so many home runs that they ran out of fireworks. They had to make an announcement on the board that, sorry guys, we're out of fireworks. So if there's another home run, you're not going to see any fireworks for that one. So after having a bad couple weeks, the Mets really lit it up. It's crazy to see this. You see a team like the Mets, they're supposed to be a really good team, and then they go 1-8 over their last 9 games, right? And I was looking at the matchup last night, and I heard Scotty's voice in my head. I wanted to bet the Mets. Everything looked right, but they were 1-8 in their last 9 games. I'm like, I can't bet a team because Scotty's in my head saying, don't bet a team that's losing like that.
I wish I would have had that voice in my head the last 2 nights. I had San Fran game the last 2 nights. San Fran, man, they're just playing horrible baseball. 1-11 or 1-12 or last 13. No, I'm not sure exact because I know they lost last night. But San Fran, Robbie Ray was on the mound last night. I could have swore they would have got the job done. Apologize to the guys out there. I gave that as a free play. I just said San Fran team. I just don't know what's going on with them. I know they're playing San Diego, but they just can't get the job done. I think what a 1 run again yesterday.
Yeah, I feel the same way about a lot of teams, but I agree with you on San Fran. They actually have a losing record now for the first time this year. Another team that I just can't get right, it seems like whenever I bet on them, they lose. Whenever I don't bet them, they win, is the Dodgers. I gave the Dodgers last night as my free play. I mean, guys, they have a solid record. They have like the 4th or 5th or 6th best record. They're right up there. But they don't seem to win when I bet them. It's just one of those weird things. I don't know. And then the team I've been doing really well with is the Mariners. I like what they're doing. I like what they're doing a lot, actually.
I like the Mariners.
I actually like them again today with Logan Gilbert on the mound. Yeah. So if you guys want a free play for me today, for those of you watching this show, we're going with the Seattle Mariners on the money line, 6:35 p.m. Eastern time against the Orioles on the road.
Well, since you gave out a free play, I got to give out a free
play.
You have to. I'm giving out Cleveland tonight, man. Cleveland is checking the current line right on this right now. Cleveland minus 135. They're playing the Miami Marlins here tonight. Marlins, they got a little ice cold run going on. 1-5 their last 6 games. And Cleveland, they pulled it off last night. They're 6-1 their last 7 games. They're starting to heat up. They got Williams on the mound going against Perez. Perez is a good pitcher for the Marlins, but the Marlins just can't get the bat swinging. So I'm jumping on Cleveland. That's my free play.
The I love it, TK. I love that play because the Marlins had that epic run. They're due to lose now. I mean, let's be honest with each other. Baseball is a game of streaks. When a team's hot, you ride them, and when a team starts cooling down, you lay off. So I think the Marlins is a good team to lay off. I think they won kind of like above their pay grade, right? They hit 500, and now they're back to 5 games below 500. Pretty interesting how that works. Ben, we got any questions? No questions. All right. I guess because Scotty's not here, no questions, right? So, that's what I like. Next week, we're going to be doing college football breakdowns. College football starts week 0. What do you think about week 0 in college football, TK?
When's the first game? The 20th? 23rd, right?
I think there's like one game on that Thursday.
You got college football. I see the lines up here now. College football is Saturday, August 23rd. That's the first game.
Yeah, August 23rd. That's week 0. And we got
Iowa State, Kansas
State, Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston State, Western Kentucky, Stanford, Iowa. Not big schools. It's going to be smaller schools, nothing crazy. Some of these games don't even have lines. Like you got Tarleton State playing Portland State at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. There's no line on that one. But yeah, I think the 30th is when things really start. That Saturday is going to be the big Saturday. Thursday, August 28th, you got
a lot of games.
5, 6, 7, 8 big games, and then like another 10 or 15 small games. So we're coming up to it, baby.
Yeah, man, we'll be ready to talk.
We're coming up to it.
We'll all be here next week, man. We'll be all talking a little football next week as well. I mean, baseball is what it is. I mean, it's getting down to the almost playoff time in a couple months. So.
At what point, because you got football starting up, obviously baseball runs all the way through September, then playoffs in October, and then usually the World Series end of October, beginning of November. At what point do you
stop using baseball? It depends. You got to see what kind of streaks you're going on in baseball. If I'm hot in baseball, I'm going to continue putting out the baseball. I mean, I've been playing preseason football. I mean, I'm not smashing in preseason football. I'm 3-2 so far. Still up one that winner. I lost the last couple. But preseason football is usually pretty good for me. So
yeah, I went 1-1 last week. I had the Browns +7. They won the game outright. And then I think I had the Lions who lost. Or I had someone who lost. I forget who it was. Seems like I always forget my losses. It's good. You gotta be able to just let it roll off your back. In sports betting, guys, emotion is the biggest killer because you can't let it affect any decisions that you make. If you let him, it's kind of like golf. If you invite emotions into golf, you're not going to play good golf. TK, I know you played a lot of golf in your life, so you know that's true. If you hit a bad shot, if you hit 3 bad shots in a row, you have to go up there and not remember those bad shots.
Of course.
And the same thing with betting. And we all fall victim to it. Even I know myself as a professional, I will, like if I'm having a rough week, my confidence might be a little wavery, and then I might not want to pull the trigger as hard as I know I should. You know, instead of betting $2,000 on a game, maybe I only bet $500 on the game because I'm a little trigger shy, and then that game wins, and now my emotions just cost me $1,500. So you definitely have to be careful with that stuff. What do you do, TK, to let your emotions kind of, to keep that out of it?
Drink.
I love it. Yeah, sometimes, listen, guys, you got to have something. You got to have something to get your mind off it, man.
Man, you got to enjoy it. I sometimes don't even watch games. Like I was gone last week, I watched one game. I watched the Dolphin game, just because it was on. But, I sometimes don't even watch the games late at night in the college football, read the scores, watch it on the ticker when I go out to dinner, and, just relax.
So my take on it is, for these daily sports like hockey, basketball, baseball, I don't watch them. Obviously, football I'll still watch because it's only once a week. But like last night, I went home, spent some time with the family, had dinner, and then I put on Animal Kingdom. It's a show on Netflix I just started watching. And these guys that are just sitting there watching the games all day, all night, every night, it doesn't make you a better sports bettor. A lot of people think that, I watch every game, every sport, so it makes me no, it doesn't make you a better sports bettor. So if you need to kind of alleviate the stress, alleviate the emotion, that's what you're going to do. Stay away from watching every single game, every single night. It will drive you crazy.
And now Scotty's not here, we can talk a little bit about the offshore betting versus the legal betting, because there's a lot of stuff going on now. Ohio's going to start banning player props on certain things, so it's going to break down. It's going to be a ripple effect all around.
Talk to me. What do you hear?
You can pull it up on the internet, but after the balls and strikes things, there's going to be a lot of changes to the prop bets out there. That's going to put a lot of guys are still playing offshore, though. They did a survey, which people prefer. They do like the legal books, but a lot of guys are still playing offshore, depositing money over there. They got better options, better odds, and whatnot. I'm not here promoting offshore betting, but I'm just saying, you got to look at the points between legal books and offshore books. And the offshore books are legal in their country, other countries, but if you look at the odds, would you rather lay 120 or would you rather lay 105?
Right.
I mean, it's 15 cents difference.
Yeah, I'm looking here. It says that the governor of Ohio, they already banned college player props, and now they want to ban professional player props. And guys, it seems like lately the professional guys, it's surprising to me, but those are the ones getting called out and in trouble more.
Yep, exactly.
You would think it would be the college kids that aren't making the big money, but it's the pros that are making the big money. I was actually reading something about this, T, and I don't agree with it, but what somebody said, he wanted to remain anonymous, but he said, listen, you're a young kid from the hood, from the ghetto, or if you're from DR, you're from a third world country, wherever. Let's say whether you come from, South Central LA or a bad neighborhood in Georgia or Texas and football, or if you're a baseball player from a third world shack in the Dominican Republic, wherever you're coming from, a lot of these athletes, they come from nothing. So yes, they make a bunch of money, but then they have all these friends that are still very poor. So what the guy said was, listen, these guys, they're not thinking about themselves when they do these things, like these guys from the Dominicans throwing these bad pitches. They're thinking about their buddies
They also do. It's going to get, it happened in soccer, and these players get death threats, man.
Right.
They say, if you don't do this, we're going to take care of your, walk out your family. It's happening in soccer. And look what's happening now. It's happening in golf and other sports. These guys are requesting Venmos from players.
You saw the Max Homa thing?
It's crazy. I mean, they're asking, there was a couple other guys, and he goes, I had to change my whole profile. I went blank off of social media. He goes, I used to like chatting with the people, but now I'm getting, hey, you owe me $1,900 for that putt you missed. He goes, a baby could have made that 2-inch putt you missed over there. So these guys are kind of getting sick of it. So surprised you might not see some stuff in golf and whatnot.
You know what I think? I think that if anyone loses a bet and asks a player for that money back, they should never be allowed to bet again. What kind of low-life piece of shit are you if you can't even handle your own betting losses? You're going to DM a player and threaten him or call him names? You saw what happened with Nate Diaz? This was actually a kind of a funny one. So a guy DM'd Nate Diaz after he lost the fight, and he was like, "Nate, man, I'm not going to be able to pay my rent." First of all, you shouldn't be gambling with your rent money. But he's like, "Nate, I'm not going to be able to pay my rent now. You know, I'm a big fan. I've been a fan my whole life. I couldn't bet against you, so I bet on you." And Nate Diaz goes, "Don't worry, I'll pay your bitch ass rent," or something like that. You know, something typical Nate Diaz style. But yeah, I mean, guys, you shouldn't be betting if you're going to need to ask people, the guys, the athletes, that they don't care. You know, they don't care if you win or lose your bet. You know who cares if you win or lose your bet? We do. Guys like me, guys like TK, guys like Scotty, like, we care because we're giving you those plays. You're paying us for them. So we care whether you win or lose. But these guys don't care, guys. Give it a break. Don't DM players. All you're going to do is cause problems.
Speaking of prop bets, you see what they're doing in the WNBA now. They're going to put nets around the court so you can't throw anything on the court. I saw the purple on your shirt. I was going to pick purple here tonight, but we'll have to see what happens.
Oh, man.
The green nets around the court.
The green. Have you seen the green dildos, Ben? Oh, it's a big thing at WNBA games now. They're throwing.
It's like the color of the Gatorade in the Super Bowl. Now you can pick what color
they're throwing dildos on the court. All different colored dildos, green dildos, purple dildos, and it became like
Are they sticking to the? Are they like suction cups?
No, because I mean they're throwing them like all the way from up top. I mean maybe if one sticks that'd be pretty funny,
Yeah.
But they're just throwing them from like all the way up, and now they're
pretty dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, because those things are thick rubber. I mean, they're heavy.
Yeah.
They hit you in the head. They can definitely knock you out. But yeah, so now they're searching bags, and they're I think at some arenas banned bags altogether. It's getting strict. But yeah, I mean, hey, it's funny. I think it's hilarious.
Hey, maybe it'll bring some ratings.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So kind of a weird show without Scotty today. I think I liked it better with Scotty. I think it made me really appreciate him. Even though he's interrupting us all the time, he really makes this show run. But
you did good today, man. You did good today.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Went smooth
if it were a football season episode, it would have been better. But, you know, we don't really have much to talk about anyway this time of year. Baseball's winding down. Football's just getting started back up. But like I said, so we did top quarterbacks, top running backs, top receivers. Next week, obviously, we're still going to break down some baseball, but we're going to be talking some college football next week. And that'll be about it. So, TK, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, the best place to find me. And check it out today, man. I got my Wacky Wednesday. It's the first time I'm running a special today. Usually $19.99 for my day VIP pass. I'm doing Wacky Wednesday here today for only $4.99. So check it out on the site, tkwins.com. But the best place to find me, go right to my Instagram, @tkwins. I put a lot of content up there daily, free picks, promotions. You know, you can see a lot of content I put up when I was on vacation as well. I put a lot of interesting stuff up there. So check me out, @tkwins. And you can check out the specials we got going here, especially with football coming up as well.
Did you steal that from me?
What's that?
The Wacky Wednesday? Oh, really?
You got a Wacky Wednesday?
I don't do it on social media, but I do a text message to the guys that sign up. I do a Wednesday text message every Wednesday, Wacky Wednesday.
Well, it's actually called Winners Wednesday here today, but I said Wacky Wednesday on here.
I call it Wacky Wednesday because I make the price so cheap that it's wacky. But yeah, so you could find me, my company, the Sports Profits, Ben, I'm not going to forget this time, at _profits_pick. I forget my name sometimes. I gotta look at the screen. _profits_pick. No S after pick. Make sure you see that blue check mark, guys. We have that broadcast channel growing every single day. I did a free pick video yesterday. It lost, but I dropped a hitter's prop in that broadcast channel, and that won. The only people who got that hitter's prop were people that follow the broadcast channel. So if you're going to follow on Instagram, make sure you follow in the broadcast channel. TK, I think same with you.
The broadcast channel is why I like it too. I put a lot of specials on there that you don't really see in the stories. So guys get a lot of offers there. I mean, I do great bonuses out there as well.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, we'll maybe want to throw a free pick out there, but we don't have time to make a video, or we don't feel like making a video, so we just throw it in the broadcast channel. That's why you got to be in that broadcast channel. So, yeah, that's where you could find me, thesportsprofits.com. This show, Get the Edge Sports Betting Podcast, on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Make sure you go. If you like listening, I actually spoke to a lot of guys recently who tell me, hey, Teddy, I don't really have time to watch your podcast, but I love listening to it. I love listening to it on a walk, or, you know, even if I'm at work, I can throw in my headphones. I can't be watching it, but I can listen to it. So if you want to listen, obviously, yeah, you can listen on YouTube, but Apple and Spotify also. Make sure you follow the page, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to the boys at the Podcast Junkie Studio. I think that's who Scotty's with today, the owner, right?
Yeah, he's going to see John Orlando up there. So,
and he's the owner of the studio, right?
Yeah,
and they have another studio up there in Vegas?
Yep.
Very cool. So Scotty's rubbing elbows with the CEO. You're boss technically, right?
Yeah, partner.
Pretty cool. Oh, that's right. You're an owner now. I forgot. All right, guys. That will be it. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week, and Scotty will be back at the helm.
You were good.